lately, the Ubereats seems to be really good. I'm actually picking up an order right now. 1 second. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, I got Uber for King.
King?
Yeah, thank you.
Ready.
All right, good night.
Thank you.
So anyway, Uber Eats is the absolute worst app. I would never do the orders for Uber Eats because, first off, when it started, they would only show you the pickup location, and then they would show you the drop-off after you got the order on board. And then also, after that, they kind of fixed that to where they show the pickup and drop-off, but then they would still not show you the price for the order. And so they started doing that too and showing you the price. And then there was a little while where I had with Uber Eats, and I was able to turn on Uber XL and Uber Eats at the same time, and I would get a surge from Uber XL, and then I would continue getting that surge over and over again repeatedly on any food I did. So if I got that one night, for example, I got a $16 Uber XL surge after a basketball game, but I had Uber XL and Uber Eats turned on at the same time, and I ended up getting an extra $16 bonus. And then for some reason the glitch kept going over and over again and giving me the bonus on every single Uber Eats order I did. And so I ended up making $770 in 11 hours that night, or in 10 hours. So anyway, and then that glitch went away, and then Uber went back to sucking for a long time because they would show you the price of the order, but they would only show you where you were picking up, and then they took away the drop-off location again. And then they fixed it, and they showed you pickup and drop-off and price, which was awesome. And even when you had a double order, you would pick up, it would show you both the pickup locations and both the drop-off locations. And so that was really good. And then they kept going back and forth. So they took that away for a while. They would only show you one pickup, one drop-off. And then they switched it back now to the whole deal. You get the whole price of the order. Both pickups are shown, both drop-offs are shown. As long as you're on the Uber app, it'll show you that. And that's the one huge drawback with the Uber Eats app, is it doesn't show you all of your locations once you accept an order. But besides that, it's seriously the best and easiest earning app right now to work with, in my opinion. Grubhub is definitely the most just clear-cut. It just tells you exactly what you're doing, how much money you're making, how far you're going. But the only problem with Grubhub now is the tips are starting to go away because they're doing the 0% default instead of the 20% default on all the Grubhub orders. So I don't know what's up with that. It's kind of lame, but you kind of roll with the punches. But the point is that if you're doing an app and it sucks, maybe just don't do it for a while, but then go back into it and check it out. Because if I would have just said Uber Eats sucks and just thrown it away and never done it again, then I wouldn't know right now that it's awesome and that it's making tons of money. So that's my opinion. Also, Doordash. Oh, another thing I wanted to say on Uber Eats is that you get additional tips sometimes. You'll drop off a couple orders. Like the other night, I got a $10 order. It said $10 when I accepted it. I dropped it off, and 2 hours later, I got a $35 tip. So you do get surprise tips, unlike Grubhub. Then also Doordash is the same thing. They give you the surprise tips, and they just show you how much you're going to actually make for the order, guaranteed. But then you get surprise tips also. And I don't know. I guess the reason I'm really liking Doordash and Uber Eats lately, though, is because the restaurants they partner with are almost always ready with the food, especially with Uber Eats. Like, they're just, I don't know what their thing is. I don't know if they have to market ready at the restaurant and then it sends a driver, but it seems like Uber Eats orders are ready like 90% of the time or more. So I never ever thought I would say this, but Uber Eats is pretty much the best app for making money right now. I've made more money on Uber Eats than I make on Grubhub or Doordash pretty much every time I work now for the last few weeks. So it seems to always go that way when they're really desperate. Excuse me. When they really need drivers to work, or when there's a shortage of drivers compared to customers ordering, it always seems to get better. And then as soon as they get things under control and they get enough drivers, and they start scaling back all the little things that help drivers make more money. So Anyway, the point is, you should always check back in with an app if you haven't made money on it in a while. Maybe it got better, maybe it's worse, but that's why it's always best to multi-app, and you'll make the most money. Anyway, peace. Have a good night.